few games, but without Mariah Hudgens, they'll be without her for a couple weeks as she's recovering from a knee injury.
Kemery Congdon being harassed around the perimeter. Here's Delaney Gibb off the screen from Calvert. Looking for some help, finds it in Stafford. Cheney turning and scoring around Calvert. Good, strong post move right there.
That was that territory movement without the ball.
Congdon, deadly three-point shooter for BYU, is left open near straightaway. And you mentioned Congdon's 15-point performance. 4 different Cougars scored in double figures in BYU's 81-68 win over Utah. A 5-2 advantage. 3 minutes and 9 seconds into the opening. Gibb to the cutter, Congdon. Delaney Gibb creating off the dribble for BYU. Cheney wanted Criddle, now finally has her. She'll set a screen for the Utah Valley guard. Good bounce pass inside.
If that's Criddle, that's going to be her second. That is. So that's her second personal foul.
Gibb directly in front of the official. BYU turns it over back to the Wolverines.
And just the first turnover for this BYU team, and huge point of emphasis to take care of the basketball. This UVU team forces teams into 25 giveaways per game. That's good for 11th in the nation.
Providing some post depth for BYU coming off an injury. And there is some physical play. Bodies hit the deck. BYU's turnovers, one with the carry and there with the travel.
Those are tough because this is where she sets the tone for BYU. She's the hawk for this team and gets all the way up. She will.
From Kylie Mabry, who is off the bench and in for Utah Valley. Whiting's floater, soft touch.
Season for this BYU team and just made the right read with what the defense gave her.
3 on the way and a perfect Cambry Blackham, a much needed 3 for Utah Valley. Gibb trying to answer right back and does. And see if she gets, oh, she just tweaked it. You just saw she was backpedaling.
Create opportunities off the bounce.
Makes it a 12-8 BYU lead. One more for Mabry to cut it to 3, and it has gotten a bit sloppy here late in the first quarter. And a jump ball.
Cambry Blackham very quickly got introduced to Kendra Gillespie.
Gillespie, offensive rebound, strong putback. Gillespie not quite 100% as she's trying to get back to full strength. And another big 3 goes. Trap has caused BYU some real problems getting into their offense.
When you're hitting shots as UVU is youth.
Well, the officials are over at the scorer's table to quickly to Whiting. 4 seconds to play in the opening quarter. 3, 2, Davenport will try a long 3 at the buzzer. Got it! Lauren Davenport from 25 plus feet away.
3-point shot is under review.
They're reviewing it.
She got it off.
And that is clearly before. To the high post, and again Blackham. They wanted something inside, nothing there. So Gibb will reset. 8 seconds on the shot clock. And a force pass inside.
When you're posting up, when Cheney's in there posting up on Calvert and trying to hold your ground, that's a ball you can't catch. It can't come in that quickly. But a lucky break for the Wolverines to draw that. As we look, Stafford back in the game. So
points thus far off of 8 BYU turnovers. Will this change it? Well, in the most unexpected way.
He had to bring Criddle back in the game. She's got 2 personal fouls, but offensively, they need someone that will step up and score.
Whiting cut off by Criddle. Calvert, step back from the free throw line. Got it, Emma Calvert. And we'll give to Gibb. Delaney Gibb. Quick move off the bounce.
Sometimes she gets caught playing off of 1 foot, and that's where you...
Mabry. Cannon defending. Good up and under move. Kyle, this quarter taking advantage of some of these BYU turnovers. They do now have 5 points off turnovers, make it 7. In trouble. Davenport there. Barcelo with the, tried to strip it away from Davenport. But that's just the first team foul on Utah Valley of the quarter. They got to get to 5 before they put BYU in the bonus.
So when their hands are up and they're active and rotating, it's tough to pass through.
Barber for 3, got it. And the push. Trips a one-handed cross-court pass, ends up in Barcelo's hands. Fighting. To Barber again, skip past Davenport. She'll try another long three, and she got it again. She hit the buzzer beater three at the end of the first quarter from what we assume was maybe 27 or 28 feet. Looking for more, and she flips a pass over to Calvert. That's Calvert, straightaway three. Barber with the offensive rebound. Flips it to Gibb. Oh, what a great play. One on the offensive rebound. Awareness by Gibb to find a lane and give her teammate an option. Sage Gibb will have to force something up along two, and it goes. Sage Gibb.
Right on her sister, Delaney Gibb. What a fun matchup. Tough shot. Shot clock going down.
2-second differential between the game clock and shot clock. Davenport looking for her third three of the half, and she's got it. Dan Nielsen shakes his head in frustration on the Utah Valley.
Just doing a little bit of everything, trying to be aggressive, and sometimes when you're
knocked down the first and perfect on the second.
It was just exhausting, but he was an incredible coach here at BYU.
Game by Utah Valley. Talia White. Emma Calvert sprinting the floor and is rewarded. Whiting grimacing. Gibb cycle to Davenport. Wide open three, and she got the friendly bounce. Timeout BYU. They're gonna skip pass to Barber. Barber is bumped, finds Gillespie inside with position. Off the glass, near and one. And Kendra Gillespie, the transfer from Baylor. And how about this? Attempt the first two free throws of the game.
Makes contact, and you know when you're big, you can't be afraid of contact.
This, her AAU coach, an NBA champion, Jason Terry, in the house.
She was also coached by her mom in AAU and high school, so a coach's kid and just understands the game. And there you go. If you're
one of the best, and maybe if you ask some, the best. She's a record
100%
for BYU men's basketball.
I may have gotten 1 for 1. I'm going to count that as equal.
Delaney Gibb, a pretty good shooter in her own right. And she knocks down an open three-pointer straight away, 48.
Right here, watch that right foot. Just barely stepped out of bounds.
Got it, yeah. 9.7. This was a plan that has been put in place by head coach Amber Whiting, and
basketball just have not been able to find a rhythm, and with the adjustments BYU's made, they have not made offensive adjustments.
It looks at it off of a turnover, but couldn't pay off either. And Gillespie, all types of bodies hitting the floor. A good call with Gillespie late sliding over.
Free throwing. This is something we talked about when you really good job just standing their ground, being straight up and not bailing out Collins when she was trying to go back up for her second opportunity.
Davenport wide open three. Lauren Davenport, have a night. 15 points, all 15 from 5 3-pointers. She's got 5 rebounds as well, Kristen. And quarter on that theme of BYU being so dynamite out of the halftime locker room continues. And Whiting a little slow to get up. Allie Criddle has Stafford spinning in the lane. Strong off the glass, offensive rebound, and there is a foul called. Stafford has been banged up. She had the early.
BYU puts it on the floor. It kind of breaks apart some of that trap aggressiveness.
Calvert, good spin inside, scored quarter. 4 and 3, Whiting, Euro step, and can't score the layup, out of bounds. As the buzzer goes off, it's taken him all of, what, maybe 8 months tonight.
It's a career high for Dav.
17 points for Davenport. She adds to the career high.
Stepping right into that role, and with the experience and the confidence she plays with, the toughness, it's a natural fit for her to be in the starting lineup.
Over to Calvert, Davenport. Why not? 6 3-pointers. And BYU celebrating Davenport as she gets in a game like this, often that's kind of where you default to. And on the verge of historic proportions, we'll move to 8-2 on the season as
or in high school you play against each other in Utah.
Things were going for BYU before a little bit of cooling off here in the fourth quarter, and there as Grace Sorensen scores. Gillespie, how about that move on the baseline? Kendra Gillespie
And get hot very quickly, but she can do so much of everything for this team.
Alley-oop! Naya Tanuvasa with a beautiful dime to Cambry Barber, who finishes and is fouled.
An injury of a player when she's in the air and then running underneath her, and Barber with the finish.
This is a Utah Valley team, I believe, Kristen, that is...
And not focus on the scoreboard and get better. That's what you have to focus on. Blackham, the 5'7" freshman, from start to finish, she had to step up and take on more minutes.
Hattie Ogden joining the scoring front for BYU. With the takeaway on the 18th turnover of the game for BYU. Sage Gibb finds an angle and scores. Rare bucket, Utah Valley here in the second half.
It's been staggering.
Tanuvasa. 5 seconds to play in the game. Blackham will try a three, and that too no good. Final score from the Marriott Center, 76-36.